Hello and welcome everyone to this week's COT review. I'm Thomas from COTbase.com. Today we're going to be looking at the 30th Commitment to Traders report of 2019, and as we always do, we're going to start off by looking at large changes in commercials positions, and you can see sugar is on top of our list with a 35% change over there, 39% change in large speculators. So very large changes. If you look at this 52 weeks time range, you can see that this change this week was possibly the largest in the past 52 weeks. Now, you may also see that there has been a bit of a rise this week in the sugar market. So there's, of course, a question mark at the end of the sentence whether or not this change signal is going to push the prices higher. If we move on to the 5 years chart, you can see that, well, basically the extreme is in the same position as it has been since mid-2017. We could see a bit of a rise towards the bullish levels, but as you may see, we've been at these levels for quite some time without any major reaction from the market. So might as well just move on to the silver market, where we have that 18% change in commercials positions. And of course here that 18 is considerably large. 20% in large speculators. Of course, it is a bearish COT change signal coming after a very dynamic upwards move in the market, suggesting there could be some tracement back downwards in the market. If we jump over to the 5 years chart, even the extreme seems to be a bit more bearish. On this 5 years chart, you can see a much greater bearish levels. The one I'm showing to you from April of 2017, you can see commercials at roughly 116,000 contracts net short, and they're currently at roughly 75,000. So there's some space left to reach those levels, which means based on this change signal, we could see a bit of a pullback in the market and eventually possibly some further rallies happening if we expect this trend in traders' positions to continue. The next market is crude oil, where we have that 16% change in commercials positions, a bit larger than average, suggesting some weakness happening early next week. Moving on to the 5 years chart, you can see that actually we are still a bit closer to bullish extreme levels. And the past couple of weeks, we've been moving away from those levels. Not much to talk about from the extremes perspective, in my opinion. So let's move on and have a look at large speculators, COT Extreme, and open natural gas, where we have that 174 report extreme in large speculators. You can see that over there, the same exact report extreme in commercial. So of course, this is a bullish COT extreme signal suggesting that this downtrend in natural gas should end, and we should see eventually a bit of a rise happening. Now, of course, it's worth mentioning, if you look at this 5 years time frame, we could easily see much greater extremes happening. So caution is advised. We could see an increase in traders' positions, as you may see. Metals complex, that's something for our subscribers. We're going to jump over that in open Canadian dollar with its 74 report extreme in large speculators, 74 in commercials as well. In this case, of course, we are talking about a bearish COT extreme situation, which, as you may see, could rise, but nevertheless, it's something pretty significant already. We haven't had the market at this level for, well, 74 reports. So it suggests we should see some weakness in the Canadian dollar. Maybe not now, maybe in the medium to long term, but eventually we're going to get there. True US dollar index, again, jumping over that. And last but not least for this review, rough rice with a 49 report extreme. You can see that over there. Well, it's, I would say, basically a bit maybe closer to bearish extreme levels, but nothing too unusual. So sometimes you just need to, move on. And of course, if you visit COTbase.com, you have the possibility to see all the markets. Of course, we have some more stock indexes, interest rates, and cryptocurrencies as well. So a lot of great opportunities everywhere. So please give it a try. Check out COTbase, and of course, you can do a more in-depth and detailed COT analysis if you wish. If you want to, you can have a more detailed COT change analysis by looking at multiple report changes. Of course, you can look at the COT index, the COT move index, do volume and open interest analysis, check out the long-term trend indicator. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed this review. I wish you a very, very pleasant weekend. I hope to see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.